Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 714 podcast. Today, I got a very special guest with me,
Nice.
the director of the Business Honors Program, Dr. Lorenzo Bizzi, also known as the Busy Man. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself, Shyam?
Good.
Nice.
Yeah. So today there was a CIA event.
Right.
How was that?
It was fantastic. So we invited 3 officers from the CIA. 2 flew directly from Washington, D.C., and they came here and they met with our best students, and it was beautiful. They talked about the agency, the job opportunities that they have, and they were all impressed with the quality of our students. It was wonderful. I think it really gave an idea of the kind of talents we have in here. They were all impressed, and they all wanted to work for them.
Yeah. How many people showed up?
Oh, full house. We had like 60 people. So we had the O'Brien Center, which is our major place. It was all full of them with 3 of them. So it worked out very nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
The CIA, did you ever think that you would get them to come here?
I thought, no, I mean, it was very random because it's hard to get them here. But we worked out hard, and then I was very pleased that they accepted our invitation, especially because they're coming from Washington. So it's not as easy. It's like a local thing. So they came all from here, and then they never came to Cal State Fullerton. It's the first time they came to Cal State Fullerton. They were positively impressed. So now, good thing is that they said they want to come back in the future. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to try to do and increase the relationship, and hopefully some of our folks would go and work there.
Mm-hmm. And like, what kind of jobs what were they here for exactly?
Anything in business. That's what I really love. They explained all the different options that they have, and they accept jobs in any different field because they got you kind of finance and accounting classics. But as they said, also they have like for more creative jobs, even for like marketing people, because one nice thing about the agency is that since it's all classified and stuff, they can't have external suppliers. So even for stuff that they need to do inside, creative stuff, they have their own people. So that why it works out well for every discipline. Operations fine, econ is fine, every quantitative person is great, can go to analytics, but then any other person can go, and they have offices all over the world. So it's very, very fascinating. It's really nice.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know about this program, it's called the Business Honors Program here at Cal State Fullerton. And I read an email of yours that said that we were going to get Google here.
Yeah, no, that's That's we still need to finalize it, but that's what we're working on, and that's the plan. So we should invite them. They're coming to campus, and we'll be very happy to meet our students. Now, still we need to finalize the final details, but that's what we're working on, and there's I'm gonna say very, very high chance that we're going to get them here soon. And that'll be great also because Google is not coming before, and it will be the first time, but they're getting more and more interested, and that's what we're trying to get.
Yeah. The more visibility I think the program gets, the more people want to come.
Hey, that's the thing that works out. So we managed to work with Boeing, and before we got Amazon coming and Goldman Sachs, all the major employers want to meet with our people because Cal State Fullerton students the business honor students are really strong. And so everyone that comes is very surprised, and they all have unique stories. So we got more and more recruiters that they say that they're very happy with our students, and they want to keep the relationships. The Big Four accounting always get from ours, and I think that's a great thing that we're capable of developing the center of excellence for Cal State Fullerton, and our students are as strong as any top students you can get in any top university.
Yeah, that's what I think the program does so well. It's because the students get connected to the careers.
But it's not only that. I mean, that one is the main important thing. So that we help create a bridge with the recruiters, which is a nice thing. But then also, the folks not only go to school, they have the projects and stuff that you're doing. So everybody, they're all natural leaders. We care of developing their leadership and an initiative. so that they're not only folks with a great GPA. I think that's the unique aspect of the business honors. We don't select only people that have a strong GPA, but people that have initiative, leadership, charisma, communication skills. See, what the CIA said is that, for all of other jobs that we have, we don't look for a specific major because it doesn't exist. So we'll tell you the job, but what we really care if you're like very high communication skills and very, very teamwork oriented person. So that's very relevant for organizations. And unfortunately, classes don't really teach you that, because teamwork is a little bit, but and of course leadership as well. You get classes of leadership, but then how you really behave as get involved, it's less opportunity. So that's why the business honors is great, because it fertilizes both sides, the academic side, but also the soft skills and the components you need to succeed in organizations that organizations are always look for.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And going back to the beginning of this program, what made you decide to start this program?
Well, I didn't start a program, so there was a director before me and other ones. The program has been around for about 10 years.
Okay.
And I was just asked to come as a director, and I definitely said yes, because I'm not a guy that likes particularly to do administrative jobs at a university, but I was a teacher of the business honors, and I loved it completely. And it's the best thing that we have. And I said, man, if they asked me to be a director, I can't say no, because business honors is my major weakness in the organization. You can ask me anything, and I'll still do it for them.
Yeah. And so, like you said, the business honors program has been around for 10 years.
Yeah.
What are some of the major achievements that you think
the number one achievements for us is to see the students that they're going to succeed in top companies. That's the thing that matters the most, because in the end, everything points in that direction. I mean, we're having this program only with the purpose of getting students to the best jobs, empowering their career. Mm-hmm. And we have folks that are very, very stellar, successful in all top companies, as you name it. At Disney, we have people. Again, in the finance, we have the Goldman Sachs, all in the Big Four county, and they're having great careers. So it's not only that they're getting, they're staying a couple of years, but you see them through the years that they're getting on top, and
they're growing.
And that's the number one thing that we'd like to see, that they end up working anywhere in great places, and that they're doing a great job. And this is the major source of success. And they remain grateful for the program. So even if you contact them years after, they're still like, oh my God, it's such a cool thing, the business honor. Some of them went to become really good entrepreneurs as well. They started their business, they're doing great. So that's the number one thing. The most proud of is their accomplishments after the program, and how they remain attached to the program. So to see that it was a great experience, and the more year pass, see, when you're a student, you don't really understand it, but then after, when the more years pass, the more you look back and you say, man, these were good times. This is a very important thing, because when you're a student, and I want to stress this point, you don't fully understand how unique this particular time of your life is. And students don't realize that. They say they're overwhelmed by a million things, but the university, college is a time in your life that's so unique. Mm-hmm. And you're going to remember this until you're 70, 80, still look back. So that's why you have to make these 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is, very particular, very strong, very beautiful. And that's what the Business Honors Program is as well, because with our social events, now we're going all together to the beach in a few weeks, and a couple of weeks, I think. Mm-hmm. And then we're doing socials, creating bonds so that you will always remember your college experience as a beautiful experience. It's very vital, because these are prime years of your life, and very particular years of your life, because this is all the years of your life in which you're going to decide what you're going to do in your life, with your life. This is the time in which you choose really what your future is going to be. They're so critical years, and so it's important that they're done well, that you have a good time, and that we guide you, support you as much as possible. This is a big deal too, because you see, we are the third largest college of business in the United States. Wow. So if you're one of the many students, like 9,000 students that we have, or even more, it's hard to get personal support or personal advice, personal connections, and that's what we try to give, so that so that we help students to grow and get stronger. I'm proud of this group. I'm having such a good time. I'm seeing everybody growing. I see how the program is growing, and it just gives me so much satisfaction.
Yeah, that's just like I think the foundation that like of your career, of your life, that you lay down right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely you do. So this is it. And you'll remember it forever. And I still remember my times at university, and were beautiful times, my times in college. So these are really things that people keep hold dear for the rest of their lives. So we need to be sure that they are as beautiful as possible.
Yep. And so we went over the past of the program, and what are your plans for the future now?
Future of the program has to grow even more. I mean, I am very ambitious for that. I mean, I went to see and I met with all the other directors of business honors programs, and I want to meet them again because I thought it was really nice. And we could compare the different business honors programs, and I think we're already doing super well, but we can do even more. So I see this as just the beginning of a path of growth that can really lead to help Cal State Fullerton's reputation and help show that this program is a center of excellence, that if people come out of this program, they can compete with any best student from any top university in the United States or in the world. And then I really believe it, because the trend is of incredible growth. So it's not that we are stalling, but we actually started from last year, and we're taking a trend of growth in which it's very selective to get in. We get applications every week, a huge amount of applications. Can't control them anymore. Yeah. In the past, we would have to try to ask a student, hey, do you want to come with the program? Now we don't do it. We were doing activities to increase the visibility of the program in the school. Now we don't do them anymore because we got so many applications that the courts are full. So this will mean more and more selective. And this will mean better and better leaders, and this will mean stronger and stronger impact in the economy, but not only local. I really see us as national, and we're getting more and more people that apply from other states too. This is something that generally for Cal State is not typical, but and that's what we really look forward to. Yeah,
I think that's just the awareness part. That's why we're doing this podcast, for the awareness. And I really give a big shout out to you for he gave me the room, the space to do it in.
Oh, that's a little. I mean, look, we're trying to empower now. And one thing that we're doing, not only that, but you see the email that I sent, we're empowering initiatives of every single individual. That's what we do here. So if someone comes with a cool initiative and this is fantastic. There's someone that just coming here, the first year of college wants to do this, hopefully making it grow, and then you're going to have to encounter challenges, but you won't have to give up. That's the whole point, empowering initiatives of individuals, not just so that you are reactive. We got a lot of students that are glorious studying books. They're glorious doing the things that they're asked to do, but that's not what organizations want. Organizations want proactive people, creative, that develop initiatives, that say that I don't have to do it, but I do it. So major limitation of traditional education, I want to say, it gets just people that are good at doing what you tell them to do. And in organizations, often people don't tell you what you have to do, and you got to figure out yourself. And there's a way to make everybody grow, and you take it. You just go there. You go into paths that are more difficult to do. You just follow your passions. You just generally become an active individual, and then so beautiful. That's why I'm encouraging this, and we try to the limit of what we can to provide as much support to the initiative as possible.
Yeah, that's what I like. I didn't really imagine that I could do this here, until I met you.
Yeah, I'm really happy. But look what you've done already. You got all these fabulous things on your own. You got beautiful equipment, and you put it on yourself, and hopefully we're going to be able to make this grow and to get your initiative empowered.
Yep.
Nice.
Yes. So we talked about the program. So I want to talk more about you personally. You like to travel during your
I do.
Your non-teaching times, right?
I don't know how you get that for you. Yeah. This summer I went to this last 2 months I went to Singapore, I went to Thailand, I went to Italy, I went to Mexico, I went to Finland, and I went to Estonia in just the last 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. I like traveling. I mean, I definitely got to know the world. But only two. Only Italy and Mexico were for vacation. The other one were for work.
Yeah.
So it's good to combine both, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I encourage this in all the students, and I do this study abroad program that is extremely popular. I do two. One is with you guys, the business owners in winter, and the other one in summer, much 449 and study abroad, and it's extremely popular. That's where we went to Singapore and Thailand. We got a lot of people going. It's a blast. 2 weeks we're going there studying, seeing companies, having a glorious time, really glorious time. This is the best thing. That's why I do it. So I'm traveling, but I don't travel, like I said, for vacation only. The thing that I like the most, going with students, is the most beautiful thing, because you have no idea, and I encourage it. One thing is going to vacation with a couple of friends, and one thing going a group of 30 students all together.
Yeah.
We're going to class or going around, we struggle together, we learn together, we just go out together, we see the places together, we get they fall in love, they do a lot of things, they get so much enthusiasm that they're completely transformed individuals.
Yeah.
Everyone that comes and says it's a completely different thing. So both of them, the winter and the summer 449, it's that was also incredibly growing, and I'm very proud of it, because you see these kids, some of them never left California, then you take them all there, and
across the world,
but all together. So that makes it really nice, because the social thing of being all together. Let's meet. Where are we going tonight? What are we gonna do? Yeah. It's there's a fabulous group of people, man. I mean, you create bonds that remain for a lifetime. So it really works out well.
Yeah, I think traveling broadens your perspective.
Oh, you got it right. And especially in the study abroad and the short study abroad, because that's fine. People can go alone for 4 months, but going alone has some challenges. But going all together for 2 weeks, it's so broad and zero horizon. I got all these people, man. I grew up all my life in Orange County, and you brought me there. And last year we went to Hong Kong and Shanghai, and people went, and I came back. All I want to become in my life is an international successful man. That's what I want to do, because you see, education is fine, but the real purpose of education, and I always say it, and I quote Einstein in that, it's not really about feeding people concepts that they're gonna forget. It's about making people hungry. That's really what I believe the essence of education is. Make people hungry, make people curious about business, passionate about business concepts. They'll forget them, but you want to shape their minds, make them think better, open their hearts, and go all over the world and see, damn, this is how the world's outside. It's so beautiful. I live in Orange County all my life. Plus, California is beautiful, and don't get me wrong. But getting different perspectives, and just it activates so much, and it's just priceless thing. It's just outstanding. Yeah,
and going abroad to studying is also different as well, because you get to meet new people that you never.
You got to meet new people. Everybody goes. I think I found a statistic. Now about 90 to 95% of people go abroad, and when they're coming back, they keep the contacts of the people that they met outside.
Yeah.
So it works out well too. Now in the format that I have, we still have a class only us, right? So and generally the classes are taught at the hotels and the conference rooms at the hotel. I teach. I say random stuff.
Yeah.
And I say good stuff. And we do the conference room at the hotel, but that's in the morning. And then in the afternoon and the evening, we do whatever we want to do. And then we just, we go company visits as well. But we go to local markets. Then we eat local food. So both is get to know that business is there, but it's also, which is very important, and get to know the culture there, right? So you go to see the temples, you go see the things, you mix with the people. Oh man, I love these things. Go and you go eat outside, and you go talk to the locals. That's so beautiful. I'm a big fan of Anthony Bourdain. I've known Anthony Bourdain. And he goes around and he eats with these people, and they talk about, and it's so rich, damn, so rich. It makes you grow so much that I really believe very few things make you grow as much.
Yeah, I think just going all in, and you're always gonna have coming back here a regular life and stuff, but experiencing something like that It's very powerful.
But I tell you, Shane, when you're coming back, you're not the same anymore. That's why we're doing it. Changes everyone.
Yeah.
Makes you take some risks. And I get it all the time. People are scared when they leave. I never left the United States. What's going to be outside? They're coming back. Man, that's the only thing I want to do for all my life. You taking more risks. You see how beautiful it is, how it pays off. The adrenaline of doing something new. It creates so much energy. I mean, I got some students that were sleeping, like never sleep the whole time we were there.
Yeah.
Because of so much... but because of so much enthusiasm, so much energy,
Curiosity.
created so much energy. When we returned, we slept the full week. But there's so much energy, incredible energy, incredible energy.
So, like, what were your, like, I don't know about favorite, but like places that you would, that you want to go again, like
in the world?
Yeah.
I think Hong Kong is beautiful. Then it has a special place in my heart, and I think it's a fantastic city, phenomenal city. I still have to explore multiple things. Good old Europe always delivers as well. So there's city like Paris or my own Rome, as I'm Italian, that I absolutely adore, and still got to explore several places. But I'm gonna tell you that every part of the world as something beautiful, and just that in some parts they're easier to see, in some parts they're more difficult, and they're hidden, and it's more difficult to explore them, but to find them. But that's actually the fun part of it. So I'm gonna have to say that of course there are usual beautiful places, but even places that are less known, in my point of view, are the ones that are hidden gems. And every country has something beautiful to show you. Just that some countries it's easier to find it. Some countries you gotta explore more and perhaps take some more risks. So, but every country has something beautiful. It's just the difference is in terms of how easy or difficult it is to see.
Yeah, like I went to India. Like
I want to go to India, man.
I went there last winter, like December time, and you know it's a third world country.
You have family there? Is that origin? Right? Yeah, because that's your name is particular, right? Nice.
Yeah,
so
I went there for my cousin's wedding.
Yeah,
and so all my family, like most of my family, is in the U.S.
Yeah,
and we all traveled to India, and you know it's a third world country, and you know like it's not as developed, but the beauty of it is the people.
Oh yeah,
the people.
Everybody says that.
Yeah.
Everybody says the people, the colors. It's a country of multiple colors, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of very spiritually rich, right? So everybody goes in there and remains fascinated by it. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to go there as well. That's one of the destinations that I have next. People go to India and they come back. They're all changed a lot of times.
Yeah. That was actually like my third trip there.
All right, so you go a lot of times. Yeah. No, it's not. Plus, I'm going to tell you, it's still some parts that are very well developed, but I don't think these are the ones that you actually want to see, because you want to go there and get the traditional stuff, see how people live, because you're going to go, see, the bad things about developed parts is that they kind of all look the same. So there's some sort of similarity, right? Yeah. They're modern. The buildings are the same. They start having malls.
Yeah.
And so the traditional stuff goes away. And I don't like that. So it's better to go to the places that you still have some flavor. Yeah. Right? The culture. So when I went at like Bangkok the summer, there's some parts of Bangkok that are super modern and they're beautiful, but it looks like New York. Then you got malls and stuff. And then you go to the streets and then you still have the local little street food that, by the way, outstanding. Like street food is fantastic. And you go to the little alleys and they're dirty and people talk and they sit down in the street. That's beautiful. Yeah. The mall is the same. You find in Orange County, you find it there. It's the same brands, the same thing. You find exactly the same. It looks like, oh my God, I'm in Orange County. And then you go out and then here you find the differences. And that's where the hidden gems are.
I really believe that.
Yeah.
Do you have any other things you want to talk about? Or?
I don't know. What do you say? Well, then I guess that's about it. So we talked about the word, we talked about the program, we talked about, generally speaking, I'm having a glorious time here at College State Fullerton, and it's mostly because of the students and the business honors. Because then you do research. I love doing research, but it's a painful thing. It's very complicated, and always you get nice feedback. So it's a challenging thing. Mm-hmm. But when I get to see you guys, that's about it. That's just not, it doesn't even count as work, honestly. That's my personal reward. Now we got to do boring and annoying stuff, administrative things, but then I got to stay with you guys. I got to talk to you. This doesn't count. This is not work. This is fun, man. That's the great reward. That's the uniqueness. And as long as I am genuinely capable of supporting you and making you grow, that feeds me even more. Because then if I see you have success, then I take pride of it, because I see it, it's part thanks to me. Maybe not much, but in part. And that's bomb, you know what I'm saying? So see all these people that come here because they're Fullerton. And a lot of them are full of hopes. But a lot of them was to say, man, I'm such a super strong student, and you got some other schools that are super known, prestigious, and I could have gone there. And I'm here, and will I be able to get the same your struggle? Will I be able to get the same job? The answer is yes. We're going to be able to make you grow the same thing, and you see them grow. And that's just super satisfying. It's like super satisfying. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this only for this. I'm not doing this for any other reason. It actually takes a lot of time that could have been spent in other things that yield significantly higher monetary return than this. But I'm doing it because it's just genuinely and honestly beautiful to see you guys. Oh my God, to see you guys, and then they're laughing, and you can see the desire and the fire in your eyes. And it reminded me of the same desire and fire that I had when I had your age. And I would have wanted someone to fuel and to put gasoline in that fire. And I want to be that person.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right, my man.